Hello everyone, my name is Tiera Naber, and thank you so much for inviting me to present the Coal and Mineral Resource Potential Assessment for the Gitxsan territory for you. I am incredibly grateful for this opportunity. I'm currently presenting from Huckleberry Mine in British Columbia, which is located on the unceded, occupied territory of the Wet'suwet'en Nation. This presentation is an overview of the Resource Potential Assessment Report, which you should all have been provided a copy of. All of the information and figures in this presentation can be found in the report. The report contains abundant information of the resources within the Gitxsan territory and includes tables with specific information about the individual WILPs that I cannot cover in this brief presentation. So please feel free to take a look at those when you have some time, and please connect with me anytime if you have questions or comments. To start, I'm going to do an overview of the introduction section of the report, which covers an introduction to the Gitxsan Lax-Yip, or territory, and the land use plan development, followed by the Gitxsan Lax-Yip geology, history of mineral occurrences, mining and exploration, current mineral exploration, and the resource potential assessment. The Gitxsan society is traditionally operated according to a hereditary system in which smaller sections of Lax-Yip, or territory, are governed by independent WILPs, or house groups, led by a Samoyed, or hereditary chief. To support modern planning and decision-making, the Gitxsan hereditary leaders have joined into watershed groups where multiple Simgigit, or hereditary chiefs, work together to manage the land their Lax-Yips cover. There are 104 WILPs and 9 watershed groups, which are shown in the map on the right. This map is figure 1 in the report. WILPs are labeled by number, and these numbers can be matched to their WILP name in the table in Appendix A in the report. Decisions regarding development proposals are still officially made by the individually affected WILPs and not by the watershed group as a whole. Many of the Gitxsan watershed groups are developing land use plans. Mineral exploration and mining are considerations the Simgigit would like to prepare for and include in their land use planning efforts. However, there is a lack of clarity regarding where mineral resources are located throughout the nation's Lax-Yip, what types of resources are present, and how likely these resources are to be developed. This information is crucial for decision making, especially if a resource occurs near the boundary between neighboring WILPs or watersheds. Using publicly available provincial records, the Resource Potential Assessment Report aims to inform the Gitxsan Simgigit about past, current, and future mining and exploration activity within the nation's Lax-Yip to support decision making regarding their land use plans. To begin to understand the distribution of mineral resources across the Gitxsan Lax-Yip, we must first learn about the geology. The map on the right, which is figure 2 in the report, shows the geology of the Gitxsan Lax-Yip. Gitxsan WILP boundaries are indicated by the solid white lines. If anyone has trouble seeing the map colors, please let me know after the presentation and I can change the map colors for you. The geology of the Gitxsan Lax-Yip includes intrusive, volcanic, and sedimentary rock types. If you're interested, please see Table 1 in the report for more details about the rock types and their respective units. These rock units were in place between the Paleozoic and Cenozoic eras between 298 to 40 million years ago. Although these rocks are old, they have experienced minimal regional metamorphic alteration since the time of their emplacement. Now we're going to go over the history of mineral occurrences, mining, and exploration in the territory. According to the British Columbia government records, the Gitxsan Lax-Yip has 315 min-file occurrences, which are recorded locations of rock and mineral resources and their associated mining and exploration activities. All min-file occurrences recorded in British Columbia can be searched for by anyone for free on the BC Government Min-File Mineral Inventory database, which is frequently updated. Information about the 315 min-file occurrences are summarized in Appendix B in the report. This information includes min-file name, status type, commodity type, which I'll go over in the next couple of slides, deposit type, active claim owner, and claim expiry date. All of this information is sorted with respect to the Gitxsan-Lac-Seep watersheds, WILPs, and hereditary chiefs. The map on the right shows min-file commodity occurrences and active claim tenures in the Gitxsan-Lac-Seep. This map is Figure 3 in the report. The commodities marked by the blue circles on the map that occur within the Gitxsan-Lac-Seep are mineral in blue, coal in green, gemstones in yellow, clay in dark blue, marl in orange, and cement shale in pink. Notably, not all the WILPs have a min-file commodity, though that could change depending on further resource exploration across the territory. It is important to check the min-file database every so often to see if there has been further exploration in your respective WILP or watershed. In the territory, mineral resources, the blue circles, are the most prevalent commodity. These resources include iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, arsenic, molybdenum, silver, cadmium, antimony, tungsten, rhenium, gold, mercury, lead, and uranium. The active mining tenures, which are claims and leases, marked by the rectangles on the map, are mineral in yellow, coal in purple, and placer in pink. Notably, most of the active mining tenures coincide with the min-file occurrence. All currently active mining tenures have the potential for future exploration activity, which we will talk about in a few slides. This map is very similar to the last. However, instead of the min-file commodity, this map shows the min-file status. And this map is Figure 4 in the report. There are 4 statuses shown on this map, which are developed prospect in the dark red, and these are occurrences on which exploration and development have progressed to a stage that allows a reasonable estimate of the amount or amounts of one or more of the potentially mineable commodities. These prospects are not yet producing their commodities. If a prospect begins to produce, then it will be called a producer, and there are currently no producers in the territory. The next status is past producer in an orangey red color. These are past producing mines. So these are occurrences that are not currently being mined and have a record of production in the past. Next is prospect in light blue. These are occurrences documented as containing mineralization which warrants further exploration. And the last status is a showing in green. These are occurrences hosting minor mineralization in place. For example, this could be a small staining of copper mineral on the surface of a rock. Regarding the status type of the 315 min-file occurrences, there are 234 showings, 57 prospects, 17 past producers, and 7 developed prospects. Past producing deposits are located in the Middle Skeena, Kispiox, Susquehanna, Gitwangak, and Gitsigulka watersheds, and more information on their commodities, such as the type and amount mined, are summarized in Table 3 of the report. The past producer commodities include coal, marl, which is a mixture of clay and carbonate minerals used for cement and agricultural purposes, cobalt, copper, zinc, arsenic, silver, cadmium, tungsten, gold, and lead. Now we are moving on to the current mineral exploration section. I'm going to give you a little background before we dive into what commodities are currently being explored for in the territory. Before exploring, people or companies must obtain a permit to explore for mineral and coal or to develop placer, quarry, and aggregate resources by submitting a notice of work or now to the province of British Columbia. Historically, 387 notices of work have been submitted in the Gitxsan lax YIP. As of July 2023, there were 28 notices of work applications with proposed work dates during and beyond 2023, plus one notice of work ending in late 2022. And all of these are listed in Table 4 of the report. I included this extra notice of work because based on my research of the company, there may be more of these permits and exploration submitted by the respective company in the near future. The map on the right shows the current notice of work status and active claim tenures of the 29 now applications in the Gitxsan lax YIP. This map is Figure 5 in the report. There are many different statuses, which are all elaborated on in the report. The most important at the moment are the top two squares in the legend on the map, which are the approved amendment in dark green, which means that the notice of work is approved and there has been granted an extension on a previously existing permit for exploration in the area. The lighter green square is approved new permit, meaning that this notice of work is approved and there has been granted a new permit for new exploration programs in the area. The 29 notice of work applications are representative of 22 different companies, some of which are in mining and some of which are in construction. This map is similar to the previous, except instead of notice of work status, it shows notice of work type. This map is Figure 6 in the report. There are 3 notice of work types on the map, which are mineral in blue, coal in green, and sand and gravel in pink. All 29 notice of work applications have regional mine status. Regional mines are smaller operations and include placer, sand and gravel, industrial mineral quarries, and mineral and coal exploration. In contrast, major mines are moderate to large-scale mineral and coal mining operations. The currently active notice of work applications and permits indicate that there is current mining and exploration or the potential for near future mining and exploration activity in the Gitxsan lax YIP. The activity associated with these notice of work applications will occur across 8 watersheds and may affect more than 16 WILPs. You can see all this information in Table 4 in the report. Like MinFile, the notice of work information is regularly updated by the British Columbia government and can be found on their website. Of the 29 notices of work, there are 14 associated with coal and mineral exploration. The remaining notices of work are associated with aggregate resources and general construction. In the report, I focus on the notices of work associated with coal and mineral exploration. All 14 of these permits with regional mine status show that these exploration projects are at the early exploration stage and are being operated by junior mining companies. The recent and future exploration activities of the 14 projects, as indicated by their notices of work, are summarized in Table 5 of the report. The commodities that these companies are exploring for include coal, copper, zinc, molybdenum, silver, cadmium, antimony, gold, and lead. Now we are moving on to the resource potential assessment. With this, I am trying to interpret which projects are most likely to move forward with exploration and potentially become producers and mine their own commodities. The most active projects are those that have or are planning to conduct drilling programs, bulk sampling programs, and those with existing National Instrument or NI 43101 reports. An NI 43101 report is a Canadian mineral resource classification system used to guide the disclosure of information related to mineral properties. Based on these criteria, the most active projects that have the potential to produce their respective commodities are the RDP, Silver Reef, Jake, Noss Creek, TICO, and Zymo properties. These projects are located, and excuse my pronunciation and feel free to correct me, in the Zina Dak Stil Dak, An Gilgalanos, Mi Shu Gwyn Gat, Xu Gwyn Biusgwit, and Xaxinak Wilps in the Sutstut, Babine, Gitwangak, and Gitsugulka watersheds. None of the companies involved have published the predicted mine type, such as open pit or underground, or potential social or environmental hazards associated with full mine development, since they are still in the early exploration stage of their programs. In summary of this presentation, the Resource Potential Assessment Report aims to inform the Gitxsan Simgigit about the past, current, and future mining and exploration activity within the nation's Laxyip to support decision-making regarding their land use plans. As of July 2023, in the Gitxsan Laxyip, there are 315 min file occurrences, 387 historical notice of work applications, 28 active notice of work applications with proposed work dates during and beyond 2023, 14 regional mines that are associated with coal and mineral exploration, and 6 exploration projects with regional mine status that are likely to produce their commodities. Something really important that I have mentioned in this presentation is that the min file and notice of work data are frequently updated on the BC government website. I highly recommend revisiting these websites over time, as more mineral discoveries and notice of work applications could be added within the upcoming months, which could further support decision making regarding land use plans. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you have found the information and resources in the report and this presentation helpful. If you have any questions or want to chat with me, please contact me anytime. You can email me at tieranaber@gmail.com. And if you're wondering, I currently reside on the occupied territories of the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam nations. Thank you again.